What is good? Fuck, good. Everyone. Shoobs here. This is so scuffed. What is good, everyone? Shoobs here. Today we will take a look at probably one of my favorite budget boards I've seen in a while. Last one is the QK65. This is the JRIS. Yeah, the name is a little weird. JRIS, I don't know. But the board itself is pretty sick. So this is the JRIS65, and this board starts at a very competitive 155. But you can go up to 240 for the PVD weight options, and I got one right here. The model I got sent is the PVD Chroma stainless steel weight. Let me do the honors of taking off the plastic. Ooh, oh my god. This is gonna get ruined in like 5 seconds.
Love of God! For the love of God! Please! Damn!
But yeah, it looks pretty damn dank. Reminds me of my late Jane V2 CE. But just to note, I'll be talking about the board at its $150 price range, since the performance shouldn't be affected too much by the different colored outer weight. It is purely for aesthetics. Oh my god, this black is not doing it too well with my cursed hands. You can see all the fingerprints. Please don't mind my cursed hands. But the board is a screwless design, meaning there are no visible screws anywhere, none on the back, and the fastening is done through internals screws, which is implemented it's implemented quite well. The board also comes with a lot of foam options. All this foam will be good to drown out the voices I hear at night. What is good, everyone? Shoobs here. Today we will take a look at probably one of my favorite budget boards I've seen in a while. And it comes with two different gaskets that you can use, which is the gasket socks as well as the gasket jackets. Now, the mounting method on this board is, wait for it, plateless. Hell yeah. So this board is a PCB gasket mounted board that can be plateless as well as used with a plate, still using the PCB mounting points, and it can be mounted via these little socks that we've seen before in boards such as the Mr. Suit and stuff, or the gasket jackets, which should be a little bit stiffer, but it will be up to preference. Now the board will be going on group buy from September 27th to October 3rd, but I believe this will have a limit of around 2,000 units, which is a lot, but you know, you don't know how fast it will sell out and all that. But it will come in a lot of color options. You see it, Bachoo put it on the screen right here, as well as a lot of weight options, which will add to the cost depending on what you choose. So like usual, we'll be testing the board out with the same MX blacks that I use with every single review video, and I will be building it plateless with the plate foam as well as the case foam, since the amount of flex cuts on the PCB is telling me that it will be a bit of a flexi boy and I don't want it bottoming out. Welcome to a very quick episode of Shoobs Talks Without a Fucking Script. This board was actually super simple to build. Just soldered the PCB and put on the gaskets, and you just plop it right on there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going with the plate foam as well as the case foam for the build, as it was recommended. Okay, so here is how the board looks fully built. Don't mind the fingerprints. The black anno is a fingerprint magnet and it's not really good for my cursed hands, but honestly, this board looks freaking amazing. Holy shit. The back weight is crazy. The chroma really pops off with the black here. although this is the upgraded weight, but honestly, I sort of think it's worth it. Also, I'm quite a huge fan of the rounder and softer overall look for the board from the top down as well. I think it gives a little bit more recognizability, but let's see how this board types and feels. Goddamn. Okay, it's a banger alert. This board right here ticks off all of my personal biases pretty damn well. It is very soft, lots of flex and vibrations as well as bounce when bottoming out hard, and overall it's a super comfortable typing experience. As for the sound, my only critique is that the sound is a little thin on certain areas of the alphas. I think due to the many flex cuts it has with the thin 1.2mm PCB, a little too much going on. It sounds a tiny bit weak, but honestly that's not a deal breaker because overall it sounds pretty clean. I think if I had to change something or add something, I would add a 1.6mm PCB option without flex cuts just for a slightly stronger playlist build, but that's just my own opinion. Right now, the budget 65% keyboard market is pretty saturated, but that's a good thing because there is more competition and a lot of great boards are coming out under the $200 and less category. The QK65 was a great board that came out that really offered a new value proposition for boards, and I think that this JRIS65 is following suit while offering something that is different. If you're looking for a 65% keyboard that is both high quality and offers the best platelist experience out of the $150 price range with a super soft typing experience, this board really is it. Honestly, it's been a while, but this board is probably currently my favorite 65% budget keyboard as of now. Personal opinion, of course, but it just ticks off all the little biases that I really have for boards. This board gets a big thumbs up of approval from me. It's a banger.
あーやこれ好き。これください。